mic's on. I can edit bits, so it's
Okay,
fine. I can
okay.
take bits. Hi, and welcome back to my channel, guys. I have a very special guest here.
Hi, I'm Hannah.
We met at university, and we're going to talk about Camp America today, about our different experiences. Before we get started, make sure you subscribe down below, follow me on Instagram, and like this video if you liked it. So let's just get straight into it and talk about our experiences. We both had very different experiences, didn't we?
We did. I went in 2016 and I went to a special needs camp in New Jersey. I loved it.
And I don't know what else.
And I worked at an all-girls camp in Massachusetts, New Hampshire.
Mine was like from 8 years old to like 80 years old, so it was like everyone and anyone who wanted to come. I might think, oh, it's going to have all these facilities like a pool and like basketball court. It was like totally not what you think. Like I was saying to Lizzie, like, you know, when you look at High School Musical and like all these crazy big camps and things,
and you think it's going to be like...
Not, well, some of them are. The ones I definitely went to were not.
I wanted to go because like of Parent Trap.
Yeah.
Well, actually, my sister went to camp. She went to an all-girls camp in Ohio with a load of her friends she met out there. And yeah, I was like, oh my God, it sounds amazing.
Like a long enough time. It was 6 weeks in the summer. And then I did some travelling afterwards.
It was only 6 weeks?
But I think, so I don't know what yours did, but it was like Sunday the campers would arrive and they'd only stay for a week till Friday, and you'd get 1 day off, which was Saturday. But you'd get a turnover of new campers because
mine was like 8 weeks and there was like a turnover, but the kids could stay, I think, for an extra. There was some weeks where they could stay for 2 weeks or a week. Some were like the whole time because they had like different ages. So depending on like, I think the starting age was about, I feel like saying 7 or something.
Yeah,
it could be younger.
Kind of the age that you can go
up to like 17. So like they had the older kids that were the older like campers that have been going for years, and they're going to turn into the counsellors.
We were saying the way we went and got into Camp America, they have these big camp fairs in whatever city you live in. So London, Edinburgh, I know they have loads all over the country, and you can go up to, so I knew specifically I wanted to go to a special needs camp. And there are big ones, the ones we're talking about where they do have the massive facilities, they do exist, but I suppose
they're quite a lot harder.
I think you have to really research and you have to have a skill.
Yeah, I remember going to the camp fairs and like they'd have like the bigger, what was it, like posts, little like they had their tables set up, didn't they? And then their like logo and their like camp name and everything, and what they had like a board of what they'd already got, like counsellors they'd had and counsellors they still needed. So like they'd say they still need like a lifeguard, or they still need I don't know, an arts crafts person. Yeah. They did like skill sets. See, I wish I'd kind of thought about more what I went, like my job was gonna be. Like I went and did high ropes and like the zip wire and all that. Like, it was really fun, but it was only because I had worked a job in Bournemouth that I did, and I was like, oh, I'll do this because I've got the experience.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, I'll do this, but I wish I'd done like, I would have loved to have done the lifeguarding or the water sports sort of side of things. And one of my friends I met out there, she did all like the whitewater rafting because she'd done all that and she's very sporty.
Yeah. And you can experience that on the job, but I'd say like similar to what you said in your video at the cruise, as soon as you get there, you pretty much are like thrown in,
straight
like,
in.
Have the campers and yeah, it's great. It really changed my life. I loved it.
Go to the like camp fairs. They're so much easier. You literally just travel up there. I found it really overwhelming when I went into the building and they were like, oh, like just mooch around, have a look, see what camps there are to offer. Don't just say yes to any job like until you know.
It.
But I think I threw myself.
Don't be scared. It's great, and there'll be a camp that suits you, definitely.
I do wish I'd looked into like before. I didn't really look at many camps before going for the the fairs sort of day. I just kind of went, oh, I'll just get there and see what there is to offer.
Yeah.
And then I wish I'd actually looked up all these camps and looked at like the different ones that they have to offer. I don't like working with kids. It's a no-no, like, trust me, you don't get any sort of...
No.
We were saying you don't get any time, like, away virtually. Like, it's like 1.5 days off a week.
Yeah.
Because, like, the campers would go, like, in the morning and then you'd have that afternoon and the next day.
Yeah.
So, did you go back to, like, like, a lot of the people that worked there, like, the people, like, in charge and the head counsellors, they... Basically, you would invite everyone over to their house.
Oh my God, I went to, like, frat parties and, like,
did you?
sorority parties. Yeah, because counsellors, so they employ a lot of like English and we had like a whole mix, but there are American actual like natives that come and be camp counsellors as well.
I remember I was obsessed about having like takeaway and like Chinese food on my days off. Like, the camp food is very samey.
Yeah.
Every week it was rotating round. Like Tuesday would be, I don't know, a certain day, or like
Taco Tuesdays. Yeah.
And
it's the same,
like it was. I made friends with the chef and the people in the kitchen. Get in with them because they would always save me like the extra tater tots in the kitchen.
That's you. Whatever skill you've got to bring, there will be a camp that has something for you. I think camp is just like playing with kids and not like that. Cut that out.
Playing with kids.
We're gonna do like tips. We've got some tips.
Yeah, but like, it's nice to kind of tell people the experience like we've had, because we've had very different experiences.
Yeah.
Like we both enjoyed ourselves. Like
my days off would be in New York or Atlantic City or
so cool.
Philadelphia.
That's why,
so like I'd say look at the location, like look at your big
where
American map and think, if there's a camp in Florida, I'm gonna look at the camps in Florida. Like I'd say that
on your day off you could go to Disney. Like
that's what I mean. Like that's what you want to look
Florida, Florida.
Massachusetts, New Hampshire, like Boston, that area. Oh my gosh, it's so amazing. It's literally like, it is a bit like England.
I'm gonna sneeze.
That was so good. She was in such a flow. I'm gonna sneeze.
I'm okay, I think. We'd go off on our like days off. I think we went like to the beach, or we did some really cool activities. Like we went ice skating, and then we went to those trampoline places.
Oh my god, yeah. Actually, we did
those
that.
Trampolines all over, and like. Oh,
Yeah.
that was really fun. And then we'd go like
amazing.
Cheesecake Factory, like the malls, and like we did a day in like Boston, or like so I was happy with where I was because it was so pretty. But again, like if you were like going to Florida, you could go do Disney, or like if you're in like near New York, you could do New York. Like there was just
when I say it's a 24-hour camp, you're sleeping with like
sleeping with
Don't say that. You're sleeping in the cabin, so it was a bunk bed situation. So when you go to these camp fairs and you're finding out all the information, like ask about the setup, because I knew we'd have to be like sleeping in the same sort of vicinity as my campers, but I didn't realise it was like as like it was. So
she slept in the cabin with the campers, not like
that sounds wrong, but it's not for medical reasons and for like
your special needs. You've got to be there for anything.
Yeah.
Whereas I was like, we were in the camp with them, but they would have like, I don't know, 5-6 campers per tent, and you'd have like 6 tents or 7 tents, whatever it is, and then you'd have like the counsellor tent for like the counsellors. So you'd have like 5 counsellors.
When you say tent though, like are they massive like
they're like
tents?
those. I think they're called platform tents. So like they would literally have a wooden platform, like slightly off the ground, not much, and then they would have like that material. What is it, like that tarp material?
Yeah, like
the really hardcore,
like
heavy. You wouldn't get wet. Kind of have to be ready in the night. Like there might be a camper that's quite young and not used to camping, and they'd be really upset and they want to go home. So you kind of have to be ready for anything. We'd kind of take it in turns. Like if there was like campers you knew were going to be upset, you'd say, right, who's getting up in the night, like sorting it out if like it happens.
You're screwed if you're a light sleeper.
I had a girl that she was allergic to the sun. There was a camper that was allergic to the sun. Like we were told about her, and like she was lovely, but she had to be covered all the time. Long sleeves, like if her skin was out in the sun for too long, she would literally come out with these like hives. Like,
I had a blind camper, so it was literally, when I say they're your lifeline, it was like we'd have great things like talent shows, and we'd have, you know, when they bring like dogs in, so the campers would, and like massive fire engines. Like we had this like crazy water fight and food fight, but obviously if you're blind, you need to tell her that it's going to happen because she'd suddenly get something in her face. You do get paid as well, but I don't. Did you get? Yeah, not
the
like,
wage.
not a
okay,
lot.
so you don't go for the money. Like if you go for the money,
so it's like a work experience. Just go because you want to.
You're basically on like an apprenticeship wage, I would say. Like I think
minimum wage,
I think it was every few weeks. I can't remember how many weeks or if it was monthly. I think we had like 3 paychecks over the whole 8 weeks, something like that. And I think each time it was like 700. I think, is it £700 or dollars? See, I can't remember if it was dollars or pounds, like, because it gets a bit confusing. But anyway, like, it was literally just spending money.
They do tell you when you go to Camp America, but you'll either come back with money or you would have like not
just had a great
money
experience
because you've
Like, see, like you went travelling after, so after I went travelling, I said, right, I'll plan all my trips once I'm out there. Did you do that? Others did like
yeah.
People did programs, like they would have like a special like program or project they were doing after the camp. Whereas I just said I want to do some traveling. I want to do New York or like Washington and stuff like that, and go see my American friends in like Florida and all that. So I was like, okay,
that's good. I think that's great if you're being spontaneous. I think the year I went, Camp America did like a 20% off if you went with them travelling afterwards. It was like so much cheaper or something.
They'll send you emails as well, like loads, like, oh, do you want to go on this trip after camp, or do you want to go do this? Or
don't drink on camp though.
Don't drink on camp. So I have
you fired.
A really good friend of mine. Actually, I shouldn't say.
We know of it.
Oh gosh, so basically there was an incident on my camp that
and on mine.
Yeah, you will literally get ripped into and you'll be kicked off camp if you're caught doing drugs, alcohol, smoking, like any of that is like a no-go. Yeah. You are watched like a hawk. You can't have your phones out at camp.
No.
Don't get your phones
Especially,
out.
I'd say for anything to do with kids and like special needs, I mean, it's a no all day.
We were only allowed to get like our phones out on like our time off. The little Camp America thing they send you in the post when you like.
And she made the cut.
I made the cut.
She made the cut.
I made the cut. Out of all the people in the world. Him in the post, and my mum was like, funny. You're on the Camp America little
I can't believe
thing.
It. That was such a good day. That's one of my best memories. They give you a little "you're hired" sticker and they want your picture, and it's like I
know a lot of people that stayed friends from camp, and like again after like when you finish camp and you want to go do a bit of travelling, I went with two girls. We did like the Greyhound bus. Then we went.
Don't take yourself too seriously. Like
just have fun. Like don't be worried about what you look like. I would get out of bed, put some clothes on, like. You didn't even have like. It sounds really gross, but you were lucky to have a wash.
You were like your campers were.
I kind of wanted the time to go to like there was a counsellor's cabin. We'd go for like our days off, and we'd stay when we were having a day off, or like we wanted to chill out for a few hours. Contact family and FaceTime.
We would have food fights, water fights, like throw you in the pool.
I remember we used to make things out of weird arts and crafts.
They brought these massive fire engines in, and they had the biggest water fight.
Did you have hot fun in there? We did. yeah, no, it was great. It was just but yeah, it was great. Don't worry, Niall. Yeah, don't worry if you want to.
You used to sing a lot of songs like in the like cafeteria.
That's what I'd say. Like when I thought about
did you like Cheerios? Cheerios.
You've got home comforts like
take
tea bags.
Take
their
home
tea's
comforts.
Different. It's like it's great. I absolutely love
Don't
it.
like
but I know if you're not if you're not crazy about
American food.
And
also don't overpack. I remember everyone looked at me and laughed at me as I arrived because I literally packed so much stuff. I met my friend at the airport and she just couldn't believe. Yeah. She was like, "Why have you got?" She was like, "What have you brought with you?" Like
pack crappy stuff. Like
don't pack nice stuff.
I threw everything away. By the point I was gonna go try
like your days off, like I'd go to like some of the girls' head counsellors and they would go to their houses and they had these massive pools, big mansion houses, like in these beautiful areas in New Hampshire.
Yours was so nice,
their house was so nice and we'd get so excited. We would go to like somewhere fun like Cheesecake Factory or Walmart or we'd go Target.
My obsession is Reese's and it started from
Reese's
America.
Pieces.
I loved it. I loved it.
So I had my down days. I do think you get your pros and cons to everything. Like I said, like still my favourite experiences was my ski season and Thailand. However, like Camp America was amazing. I definitely would suggest experiencing it. But like I did have my emotional times because it like you just felt really. Sometimes you'd feel alone, but then other days you'd be having. I think it was like a sugar rush. Because like American food, one minute I'd be really high on sugar and I'd be like, oh my god, I love this, and then you'd have like a complete like plateau and you'd be like,
oh my god, yeah,
I just want some of my own time. I think every camp you go to is different. I knew people that went to camps that were like the really nice one, mixed camps, like, or you got special needs, you got Girl Scouts, like wherever it is, like they're all so different.
If you follow a particular faith, they have Christian camps, Jewish camps, like anything. So
just make sure you're just on your like best behaviour, but also having fun.
Yeah.
Like you can be silly and stupid, but just not like inappropriate and not swearing and not doing things like you're not supposed to be doing. Basically.
But at the end of the day, it's your summer, so like just get the most out of it.
And if you're over there, you might as well make the most of it. You get so many weeks. I think you get like a month of travelling after, don't you, or something?
Your visa like extends for another 30 days. So
yeah,
if you wanted to go.
So if you wanted to travel, you get 30 days to do that. I do feel bad for the people that didn't get to actually do that this year. The Camp America itself, to do it, I think I paid like £599 or something like that. Also, I think you have to pay your visa separately, don't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
But there was nothing that... Like,
but those are really exciting things. Like, I remember doing that, and it was like a whole trip to London to get my visa. Like, make the most of all these experiences. Actually have fun doing it.
It made me so independent as well.
Oh, and on my way, oh my God, I'll never forget one of the best parts of doing Camp America. So I arrived wearing my Camp America t-shirt that you get given. I think you get sent that in the post.
Do, yeah.
I basically wore these to the airport. I also have like group chats or
you'll
Facebook
find your camp
groups with your camp on, and I met a few girls on there. Like, we've spoken, we said, oh, we'll meet each other at the airport when we get there because we don't know anyone. We were all going independently. So I got there, and me and my friend, like, I instantly connected with this girl Emily, and we were in WH Smith or something. I was shopping, grabbing a water bottle or something, and she went, oh my God, look who's walking past. Isn't that Dougie from McBusted or McFly?
Oh my God.
Like, and I was like,
Dougie.
I was like, what are you talking about? Like, I looked at her and went, oh my God, it is. So I literally dropped my bags. I had two little top knot buns. What is it?
Oh my God, this is such a Lizzie story.
And I was running down the airport. We went into the restaurant, and it was I think it was all of them. Busted, McFly, they were all there. And I was like, oh my God, like, are we gonna go over there? I was like, we can't not go over there. So like, we literally went over there. We took pictures. They were I got a picture of us. So maybe I'll try and find him, pop it up here. You know, I'll do the little ding 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 ding. Hadn't even got to camp. I was at the airport. And I was like, this experience already is amazing, because I was like, I've just met like all these people from Busted and McFly. And of course. Obviously, it's always me, isn't it? I've got another story. Basically, we were just talking about like phone tariffs, I think they're called. Like, you can get a special SIM for America. Like, I never did that. I was like, nah, I don't need that.
And that screwed us over.
Yeah, so make sure if you do want like the whole calling family, friends, all of that, and you don't want your bill to be really high, then do that. So I'd done New York with my friend. And I was obviously heading to Florida, and I booked my flights and everything. And I was staying with a friend. I didn't know the address and all that, because I just went with my friend. She knew the way and knew what was going on. So I kind of depended on her for that. And basically, I went from this place. I used Uber, and when you download Uber, you get your first like free ride.
Just a little disclaimer: Lizzie's like the most like not techno savvy person you'll ever meet in your life.
And I got there, and I got to the check-in. I was going to check my bags, and they
said, "Oh, your flight's been cancelled."
Oh my God, no.
I was like,
oh no.
I was like, what? I had no email, but the earliest one was the next day in the afternoon. And I was like, well, what am I going to do? And they're like, where did you come from? I went, I don't know.
Oh no.
They're like, are you staying with someone? I was like, well, yeah. They're like, can't you just go back there? I was like, yeah, but I don't remember the address, and I don't think there was Wi-Fi or something.
Yeah.
Basically, I didn't remember the address. I couldn't remember where she lived. The lady went, okay, right, it's our fault, we didn't send it, there was no email sent. She was like, I'll put you up in a hotel, like an airport hotel for the night, and then you can get your flight. It was like a 2:00 flight the next day. And I was like, yeah, that's fine. You know what, I don't mind this. They gave me $20 worth of like money to spend on food.
This is a very random point. It's very specific to your camp, but like when you go in the pool and that, where's something... I'm like very blessed in the chest area, but like wear a very suitable, like, I didn't even bring a bikini, I don't think, just because I knew what would happen, but like just good swimsuits, things like that. Do you know what I mean? Because
basically, we've got big Babylons. Make sure they're covered up. Yeah. I don't think we were allowed bikinis either. I think you had to wear swimsuits when you were with the kids in the water. Yeah.
We should do a video on big boobies.
We actually should. I've gone from Camp America to boobies.
So give us a comment below if you want to see a booby video.
I'm trying to think, is there anything else that we haven't included that might be important? I don't know if to say my camp name or not.
More than happy to talk about it, but it's more of a general our Camp America experience. If you want our specific,
if you want anything specific, comment below or ask us questions, or find us on Instagram I'll pop her little Instagram name here
handle.
as well, and I'll put mine down below as well, and you can ask us any of these questions. I'll reply to them, so just message us.
Thank you so much for watching. We hope it's been helpful. Any other comments, we're more.
Thank you so much for joining this video.
I love doing it. It's been
watching
nice.
Lizzie. She's just the best. I love watching her videos.
Only if I don't annoy you. Like, I know my voice probably kind of wears on people, but you know, if you're enjoying these videos, keep watching them. And please don't forget to subscribe down below, give this a massive thumbs up, and follow both of us on Instagram, you know. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time. Bye.